Been a while since I've done one of these. But this guy asked me to do it, so I'm gonna do it for him. Watching from Persia's perspective, going to be pointing out errors in his gameplay. This is on the summer patch, so the first one of these I've done on the new patch, by the way. Alright, so let's get started. It's got a pretty good scout pattern. Doesn't have a waypoint set. Oops, that should definitely be set. That's still idle. And it shouldn't be. That's like my first hunt. You should not be doing that hunt. That hunt's way too far away. Should kill all these. You should always kill all of them. But I can almost guarantee you've got a hunt here, here, or I guess not there. So like there's a hunt here, almost 100%. You should definitely don't bother killing all these. Like that's too far away. Definitely should look for closer hunts first. This is a bit awkward here. Notice how you're building on like the point of the trees. It's if you just built that like here, it doesn't look too bad. But I know that when you swing around like this, like see how like you've got like one or two trees here that are going to be efficient, and from there on out it's going to be pretty inefficient. If you want to build on this pack, it should be like here, and then a second storehouse here, so you can go this way into the trees, or else better yet would be here and here, or even better yet would be to use this patch right here, because you can put a storehouse like right in there. That's just kind of knowing the map. And yep, there's a hunt right there, kind of like I said there would be. I said there would be one here or here. So you should have been using that one first. I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing. I'm seeing a lot, but yeah. So yeah. Looks like probably haven't gotten hunting. I do like this. This is one of the only really good things I like about the new patch, is the way that you can actually see the resources. It's pretty cool. It's much more user friendly. Like I don't know why you didn't kill these. Like these are like your closest hunts. You should have killed those for sure. Kind of rectified your wood cutting situation a little bit. It would have been better if that one was just one more block over and then the next one like right here, because this one's still going to be kind of awkward. But we played 3 games and I've seen you do this every single game. You're not leaving the gap in between the gold, meaning that you like your villagers, instead of being able to line up in between the storehouse and the gold mine and immediately dropping off, like end up lining up around the gold mine this way or around the gold mine this way. More than likely, if they're coming from the TC, which they probably will this game, if you rally point at the TC onto the gold mine, they're just going to line up in a big string over here, and the ones that are like off here on the gold mine are going to end up having to run all this way, back and forth, and that doesn't seem like a lot. It's like 2 or 3 resources though each time, because it's like a second and a half of extra running. Whereas like see here, when that guy dropped off, boom, it's just like instantaneous. So these guys down here are going to be really inefficient, whereas you can fit like 7 or 8 villagers along the face of a gold mine. So yep. Your age up seems a little late. 340 is probably 14 up would be my guess. I usually do 12 or 13 in this matchup and get the archery range. Your building selection is good. That's the building selection I would always go with. But it should be earlier. Like the archery range should be coming up like right on 3 minutes. Like it should be starting way around 3 minutes. And that's partly to do with the fact that you ran like way the hell over here to start the game, and you have a moderately bad wood storehouse. Like if you fix those 2 little things in the early game every single time, then this archery range is going to come up like 30 seconds faster, guaranteed. Here you're building a storehouse on berries, 100% unnecessary. You've even got dead hunts here. You've got like the closest hunt like almost in line of sight of your TC that you haven't even killed here. Your scout is idling. He's not moving whatsoever. He hasn't moved in like the past 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, you know what you need to know here. You see archery range and barracks, which is perfect for you because you've got archery range and stable. You need to just clear out all this black stuff, especially the stuff around behind your base, all over. See your gold mines, find the hunts, find the goats. I mean, there's 2 goats right here, so obviously there's going to be more. Odds are there's probably loads of goats in here, which helps you earlier or in the mid game quite a bit. You haven't even sent these goats back. You've got loads of goats. You've got 4 goats that are yours that you just haven't moved. Berries, once again, don't really like that. These houses are... they're not terrible. They're not really doing much, though. I would have put at least 2 houses, like, boom, boom, here and here. Building placement, help, like, secure the wall. When your gold mine is off to the side or out to the front, I like what you've done here with these 2 buildings, but a couple houses here would just like kind of lock that into place. Okay, good. You've transitioned. Get your archers up there. It's important to kill that scout. Yep, good. It's always good to kill the enemy scout. Looks like you lost your scout when you weren't looking to, but your ninja goats have seen... Nah, probably your scout saw that. I need Rex. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what you need. Do what you think is best. Do you need a Rex? Yes, you need a barracks. He's got a stable, you need a Rex. This archery range right here should have been a barracks. This being a second stables is fine because he started with a pretty early archery range. Plus Aspar are just like really kick-ass units. Double stable, double archery's not bad though. Just depends on how many spearmen he makes. If he like, I don't know, if he's like randomly made Hippospis, which I doubt he has, then you might be okay. You're falling behind in score, which is, I think, mostly economical at this point because of like the little things like your gold mine, your own berries. You had an idle villager at the start for a while. These guys should be all spread out like 1, 1, 1, 1. Not all grouped up on one deer. See how much they like bump around and stuff when they're like trying to get back to the deer, especially with these trees. And the way like boom boom they just bumped into each other, so you just bumped in. Like every time that happens you lose like about 1 resource. So little things like that will help a lot. Shouldn't be on berries yet. You still have this hunt right out front. You could take like a single archer and go and kill all this stuff here and kill the lions. You still have goats out here that are yours that could have easily been back at your town center that you could be gathering from. Let's see, upgrades. What do we have for upgrades? Don't have hunt or berry. I'm okay. Oh, you do have berry. You don't have hunt. I'm okay with that. You've got gold and wood, which is good. You've got stone too, randomly. You don't need the stone upgrade because you're not mining any stone. That's just 100 gold down the tube that don't really need. Another archer range. Once again, you still have no barracks. This is where it would be really nice to see if to have your scout alive. I mean, this is the penalty for your poor early scouting and then not having a scout. Like, you know what these 3 are, but he knows what your 3 are, and then like now you're just guessing blindly from here on out. You definitely need to be sending a couple Asabara into his base just to like raid and get an idea of what he's making. I mean, imagine if he's followed up with like 3 stables, stable, like, you're screwed because you have no anti-cav. I don't think he'll do that because he hasn't really been scouting the greatest either. So it would really, really surprise me if he did that. Let's watch this fill right here. Yeah, all the way around. Like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, shoot, these guys are running all the way around. But yeah, you definitely need to have center right, and you need to know, like, what his military buildings are. Know if he's got archer ranges, stables. Just kind of sitting there. You don't really know. A lot of people get the wrong idea when they say sit and mass in your base. Is like camping your base is the best thing to do. It's the best thing to do, but you still need to like scout and like do all the normal RTS things, like and beat his army. It's just you can't fully commit on his side of the map is what I mean by camp your base. Unless, of course, like, you outplay him and you can just, like, do whatever you want, but you still need to, like, scout. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to camp my base and make this XY combo of units and hope for the best. Like, you can't do that. Still haven't used that hunt. Where are you gathering food? Seems like you're not gathering much food. I don't know how you're oh, here you go. Okay. I still feel like you don't have enough food to keep constant out of 2 stables. I've only got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 berries, nonetheless. Probably not enough to keep constant production. My guess would be you're going to start falling behind in unit production just because I don't think you have enough people on food to keep your cav constantly 2, 2, 2. Your gold gathering is pretty inefficient, so like look at how much they're bumping into each other and stuff. Like when these ones run back and forth. Remember how I said they're gonna end up in a big line, like right along here? And look at how long that guy has to run. That guy's literally running for like a full 2 seconds or more every time he has to go back. 2 seconds each way, it's like 4 resources. And if he does that like 3 times a minute, you're losing like 12 resources a minute. I don't know the exact calculation, that's just a guess. Doing it again on your stone, I'm gonna leave a little gap. I don't think you need 4 people on stone. Probably need 1 or 2, and you need them quite a bit earlier so that you can get your armory upgrades and you see what you can do. It doesn't have that many spearmen. Micro wall, not micro wall, like running away from your base, running back into your base with your archer ball. Just because he doesn't have a lot of spearmen, it's going to be okay. The new cab should be coming over to here to flank him. Come out. So, yeah, I mean, you can see what happens when you don't have enough these guys. Especially with the Sari boost, lol, that Sari got with the extra Pierce armor. Like, you can't cut through those things with archers. You definitely need spearmen. So yeah, it's a lot of it's macro related. Your early game like just is sloppy. Your unit choice was pretty poor, which kind of comes down to your lack of scouting. I guess those are kind of your biggest things. Just your unit composition. I mean, you had a pretty decent mass. I think it could have been slightly better because of the macro things, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say without like having the observer feature and be able to see exactly what you're training at all times. But I would say in general, you definitely need barracks whenever you scout stable. Your macro was shaky at times. Try and fix up those things and should help a lot. So hopefully this helps. And you're asking for comments, and I'm going to link you to a YouTube video. So have fun.